Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. Here in Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top, new level. On my level, don't see anybody, I don't see them. This right here could never stop, this could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on the job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special, facts. I know my worth, facts. My bloodline royal, facts. We the kings of the earth, right? You can't stop this, nah, nah. You can't stop this.
We disobeyed the laws, we about to go into captivity. A lot of atrocities finna happen to us. So he's saying, what advantage do we have then?
Or what profit is there of circumcision?
What profit is it of circumcision? The circumcision means that us being the Jews, we grew up keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the circumcision. Read.
Much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
So the reason why we have an advantage in this world, because the oracles of God was given to us.
Right,
the oracles of God is the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Go to Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. So the commandments is given to us. You'll hear this whole world say, oh, it's a new covenant. The laws is for everybody. This world is for everybody. Jesus Christ died for everybody. That ain't so. God is a man of truth. He don't lie, and he keeps his word.
That's right.
So whatever he said in the Old Testament, the same thing still stands in the New Testament.
That's right.
Nothing changed.
Right.
The only difference between the Old Testament and New Testament is new prophets. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
They all teaching the same thing. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19.
Bring it out.
He showed his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word to who?
His word unto Jacob.
Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto who?
Unto Israel.
So it says he showed his word to Jacob, his statutes and his commandments to Israel. Now you know why he said Jacob and Israel? Hold that, give me Genesis chapter 32 verse 28 real quick. Now we are our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's who God made the promise to. He told Abraham, of your seed I will make great nations. I'm gonna choose my people out of your seed. So Abraham had two sons. He had a son Isaac, and Isaac had another son Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Read that.
That's right. The book of Genesis, chapter 2, in verse 28.
Bring it out.
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
Not Israel. That's our forefather. That's why we're called the Israelites. Don't you take the last name of your father? Look at that sign right there.
Bring it out.
What would you be on that sign? You'll be Judah. You'll be from the tribe of Judah. You know who else from the tribe of Judah? Jesus Christ from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
So what that mean? That mean you a flesh and blood descendant of Jesus Christ.
That's right.
That's why you got the woolly hair just like him and that dark skin of burnt bronze just like he do.
That's right.
We gods on this earth, but look how we living. If you related by flesh and blood to Jesus Christ, how are you on the bottom?
Bring it out.
Jesus Christ is the king.
That's right.
So what we doing on the bottom? So go back to Psalms chapter 147.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19.
Bring it out.
He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation.
So he only deals with us according to the law, statutes, commandments. He's dealing with us. But those law, statutes, and commandments that we was given, did we keep them? So now we finna get into why we in this position. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. We're gonna start from the beginning. We're gonna go back to the wilderness with Moses. Because what we don't know is we were those children in the wilderness.
Right.
That wasn't the other nation. There was a multitude there. But watch what Moses says here.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Did you hear that? These the words that Moses spake to all Israel.
Right.
I don't know how familiar you are with the Bible, but the first 5 books, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, we're in the wilderness. We leave in Egypt and we walk into the Holy Land. So God has commanded Moses to teach us commandments, laws, statutes. He's showing us how to build a tabernacle, and he's giving us a warning.
Right.
Now you just heard right there, it said these are the words that Moses spake to Israel.
Right.
Not that mixed multitude that came with us. Because you know, if somebody say I come to save you from a burning building, I kick the door down, I save you. I came for you. But the rest of them people that's behind that door, you think they gonna stay there because I ain't come to save them? They gonna come with us. But I came to get you. You understand? Now go to Deuteronomy 28, read verse 1.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass.
When it says it shall come to pass, it means this ain't finna happen right now when I'm telling it to you. It's gonna happen in the future. So picture us in the wilderness, somebody telling us this shall come to pass. You're gonna be thinking like, you can't tell the future. How you know what's gonna happen before it happens? So picture us as disobedient children that just learned all this knowledge from Egypt.
Right.
We was in Egypt for 450 years learning a whole bunch of nonsense.
Right.
So by the time we got in the wilderness, we packed our bags, we had to pass over, we leaving. Moses saying, this shall come to pass. So you know, we probably looking at each other like, what is he talking about?
Right.
We in the right now. What do you mean this shall come to pass?
Bring it out.
Read.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It said, if you shall hearken diligently into the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right.
Ain't no unconditional love.
Right.
He said, if you listen to me.
Right.
To observe and to do all his commandments.
How many?
All his commandments,
Read.
which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
He said he was going to set us on high above all nations of the earth.
That's right.
If we keep his commandments.
Right.
If. Now, why does America teach equality if God just said we were given the oracles of God, and if we keep them, we're above all nations, not equal.
That's right.
We're above. And we know we're above. When I said we was above them mentally and physically, look at during the slavery time.
Right.
Look what we was going through. Do you know how many inventions we got? We can go from the light bulb to heart surgery, all of that. How did we figure out all of that as slaves?
Bring it out.
They had something was called where if you came up with an invention, you would have to put a patent on that.
Right.
Meaning when you go down to the office, you put a patent on that. That means that I invented this. We weren't allowed to do that as slaves.
Right.
That's why you got Thomas Edison and all them, all the Edomites that claim that they created all of these inventions.
Right.
That was us.
Right.
They just took it from us just like they take everything else.
Right.
Don't they try to take our style? We the trendsetters. Everything we do. I had an Edomite woman. The Edomites in the Bible are the so-called white people.
Right.
I had her yesterday trying to teach me what to eat, how to dress, telling me about the dreads in her hair because she want to go organic and all of this stuff. That's what we do. That's your hair.
Right.
That's your. They want to be like us. We the trendsetters.
That's right.
But anyway, look at us as slaves making inventions. We got free men here enslaving us that can't invent a damn thing.
Right.
But when we come up with new innovative things, they take it and they take the credit for it.
Right.
You understand? You can put it down. And now when I said we were stronger physically, we stronger mentally, we stronger physically, all you got to do is look at the sports world to know we stronger physically.
Right.
We're just created better.
Right.
That's why we his chosen people.
That's right.
It's more that. Read. Yeah, go to verse 3.
Verse 3. Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field.
He said, blessed shall we be in the city, and blessed shall we be in the field. Are we blessed in the city? Man, these people, all they got to do is look at you and they can't stand your black behind. They done grow, first they started off hating us because God chose us, and now they hate our skin color.
Right.
They can just look at you, don't know nothing about you. You can have on a suit and a tie, it don't matter. You just a nigga in a suit and a tie.
Get out.
Hey, brother, what's your name, young man?
It's Anthony.
Anthony?
Yeah.
You ever heard of the Israelites in the Bible?
Yeah.
So you know you're an Israelite according to the scriptures?
No.
I can show you. I'm going to show you. But that's what we're doing. We out here teaching our brothers in the ghettos, the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native Americans that we're the true chosen children of God.
That's right.
I want to go into the point just a little bit. I'm Officer Baruch, okay? I want to go into the point of a heritage. Do you know what comes with the heritage? When you hear heritage, sis, what comes to mind? Race, okay, your race, your culture. culture. What else, sis? What do you think comes with heritage? He said race, you said culture. Probably like your name, right? The things you celebrate, right? Because when we have African American month, or what was it, Black History Month, we celebrate everything but what really happens with the African Americans today. We celebrate the same things. We go over Martin Luther King, we read about Rosa Parks. They did great things, but why don't they tell us about what we were before we came to America? What happened before we came to America was the heritage that God gave us. Watch this. We're going to hit a little bit on that point. Go to 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41. Bring it out. You believe that you're an Israelite? Do you know you're an Israelite? Okay, what about you, sis? Because this happened to our people, right? What tribe would you say you're from? Tribe of Judah. All praise. What about you? Tribe of Judah. All right, yeah, top tribe right there. All right, top tribe. Watch this. Come on.
The book of 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 41.
Bring it out.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
That all should be one people. Is that not what's happening in America today?
Bring it out.
They want to do democracy. Antiochus was a Greek. He was a so-called white man, an Idumean. He would have been the president of that time today. He's considered the president. He said that all should be one people. Come under a pledge of allegiance under God. All one people. Read.
And everyone should leave his laws.
That what?
Should leave his laws.
So he said, in order to be one people, we know that the Jews have a law of God. So I'm going to write it and make it illegal for the Jews to keep their laws. Their fringes, their beards, for the women to dress modestly in dresses and skirts. We weren't even able to teach our sons not to kill each other. I'm going to make that illegal. How do they make it illegal in America today? They promote violence in music. They promote violence in drugs. They forget, they tell us that the Sabbath day is on Saturday. You understand? That's heavy, right? This image right here, they make it almost illegal for us to believe that Christ is a black man when it's written in the Bible. Heavy thing. Watch this. Read.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Many of the Israelites, the Jews, consented unto the religion of the king. That's like if they said, the president said that we should leave our laws. They said, all right, Mr. Trump, all right, Mr. President, well, you know what? We're not going to keep the Sabbath day. Whatever we got to do to survive here, that's what they want us to do. Read.
And sacrifice unto idols and profane the Sabbaths. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah.
So we began, y'all listening? Watch this. Did you hear what that one said? Read it one more time.
For the king sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of messengers, in the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
So the strange laws of the land, it was written to the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the house of Judah. It said that we should follow the strange laws of the land. What's the strange law of America? Homosexuality. They passed that. Drugs, they passed that. Well, marijuana, they passed that. Pedophilia, where a child, they about to pass that.
Bring it out.
Huh? Killing infants, abortion, they passed that here in America. The organs missing? Yep, putting us on the black market. Why you think they call it the black market? Because they selling you blacks. They selling your soul, they selling your body parts. Did you hear about that brother that his body parts was missing? His mom found him, right? Kid, young man, was killed by white men. They found his body. His mom went to the morgue, and his body was stuffed with newspapers. Go to verse 49. What happened if we didn't keep the commandment of the president or the commandment of the king? What would happen? Read.
Verse 49. To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances.
The reason that they change the laws and take away our heritage is so that we would forget who we are as a people.
Right.
We would forget to keep God's commandments.
Right.
How do they do that today? Go up to verse 48.
Verse 48, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end they might forget the law. And verse 50, and whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king.
So the king said, the president, he said, whoever of these Jews, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, whoever don't abide by my rules, what's going to happen to them? Read.
He said he should die.
He said, we're going to put them to death.
That's right.
We're going to put them to death.
Right.
But here's the question. Why did this happen to us? Why is the so-called white man over us today? Why are we here in America in our own land as slaves? Do you know, young brother?
Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it up.
Do you know? Why are we as slaves today? Because we broke God's commandments.
Right.
Used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.